Hmm. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Wilson. I am a comic book artist, video editor, all that jazz. And welcome to Strictly Art Live, number 19. Shout out to LMCM Music. He supplied the, I'm sorry, CLMC Music. He supplied the mashup in which he did Ghostbusters X Axel Foley. Excellent combination. I will be using it in the future, and I enjoyed it. So that's one of the reasons why I had to go ahead and put it in a thumbnail. Rare case, and it is happening now. Well, it's Friday night, ladies and gents. Friday, July 12th, week after 4th of July and all that jazz. Tonight, we are streaming live from YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and X. X. And this Friday night session, I like to do some galactic lights, get into the mood, and really just jam it out with some art while I got some music playing. So that's what we're going to do. And let's see what we can get on the playlist here. Welcome one, welcome all. Before I do get started, I am going to go ahead and show you guys where you can find all of my stuff, because sometimes I pop up on the art department hosted by JBot and many others, and they ask, for the pitch at the end of the show, where's your stuff at? Where's it located? How can I find it? All that kind of stuff. So I have a link tree. Let's see here. I'm just making sure this is playing. Okay, yeah. I have a link tree in which you can see all my stuff. All of it. Let's see here, and I'm going to go ahead and get it to you right now. Here's my link tree. Lo and behold, it's got all of these amazing icons and different places you can find my stuff. Here's my Discord, which I don't really use. You can find me on X, which we're live streaming now from. I got my Instagram. Sometimes I post crazy stories on there. I need to add a Threads link because I'm on Threads as well. Between IG and Threads, I'll really send links to my live streams where you can see my art, or share links to my Patreon where you can see my art. As I try to keep it out of the watchful eye of AI. My YouTube is here, my email is here, Cash App's here, Facebook's here, Kick is there. Also have a locals now in which I promote my um, creator supported content. Um, Strictly Art Live, that's the highlight, which for tonight it is on Rumble. I have my comic book shop where you can actually get my comics that are print on demand right here. See, We Comics, Omni Imagination Interactive LLC. That is me, Rob Wilson. That's me. First comic book, Virgin Kill Paradox #0. It's available $10.99, print on demand. It's the first trial run. You do get a chance to actually see, the pages. I know that's a big thing for people these days. They want to see the pages, they want to read the dialogue and all that good stuff before they buy. So this I completed back in 2019. A little different style of artwork, but I did have fun making it. Action packed, high resolution, all that jazz. Martial arts, sci-fi, action. That was what I was going for, and I continue to this day. As my art style has changed, let's see, all this stuff is here. I can't sit back and pretend like I haven't done anything. Yeah, I did it long before I got to meet some of the great friends that I've met now. So I've done artwork. I've done a comic book, at least one, and I look forward to doing much, much more. There we go. And fine art prints, you can find it here. I got Elvira, Halloween Rumble. That was one of my latest pieces completed earlier this year. Elvira, Baby Jason, Baby Freddy, Baby Pinhead, and Baby Michael Myers. It was a lot of fun to create. This is one of my characters from VKP, Novira. She's doing like her particle transformation type thing. So it was a pretty good, fun art piece to create. Monkey Madness. Me and a soldier put this together while we were on our last deployment back in 2021 to 2022. And it was fun. It turned out great. This really got a chance to really come to completion once I got back. That way I had more time to focus and all that. Now I made a pretty funny 10-minute videos to show the progress of the piece of art. But this is when I started switching over to comic book style, which you can see with the shading, the speed lines in certain areas. Well, not speed lines, the hatching and cross hatching, all that kind of stuff. I had a great time making it. See, 2022, bam. This was one of the latest pieces I created. Talented singer. It's a shout out to one of my NCOs in my unit, the National Guard, T. Weezy. Well, it went back on me. He's sensitive to Apple mouses. They're a trip. T. Weezy. He's a singer. He normally does like a talent show at the unit, like every AT, annual training. This is my first chance to put a hand into his promotion, and he's a great promoter. When we were overseas, he promoted his stuff as he drove buses around base and all that. It was awesome. So I was really proud of this piece, and I have a progression video of this coming up soon as well. It's in the works. Let's see. So yeah, those are some of the pieces that I do have for fine art prints that are available now. You don't have to wait. They are print on demand at your beck and call. So that's kind of like how I like to do things. Next up, My Subscribe Star, that's my Patreon alternative. I still have Patreon. Let's see, my website. Like I said, look for my comic books on Art to Marith right here at the comic shop. That's on my link tree. My link tree has not changed in 3 years. The same, well, let's say I've simplified it into just um, specifically RWARTS. Used to be Artstallations and all that fancy stuff. I had to simplify it. This is my ArtStation website, in which I have my artwork portfolio available here. You can see some of the work that I have done, have completed. I don't show all my work on here because some of it is in the works. And until I get it copywritten, it has yet to be seen only by creator supported memberships on Locals, Subscribe Star, and Patreon. So these span over many years. As you can see, this Lord Golden McFrieza dates back 2019. Afro Supergirl, superhero girl type thing, Cosmic Afro Team, 2019. I've done these 2018. My comic book, that was kind of like some of the images from it, 2018. So on and so forth. So I have some pretty good pieces of art to showcase where I have been and where I am going. Also, on my website, guess what? I have prints available here too. You can get art posters, art prints, canvas prints, and HD metal prints of some of my best work. So that is there. It has been there. And now you know where to go if you didn't know before. So that is what I got. Also have my merch shop, which I'll be updating that soon. I have right now Monkey Madness pint glasses, coasters. I got mugs, sweaters for the winter, sweatpants. You can buy the whole set if you want. I got framed art. All this stuff is here. Food for Worms. That was the first cover I did for a UK writer who got his first book done. So I was pretty happy to have a hand in that. I got shirts with different designs on them as well. So yeah, all that great stuff is there. And Twitch, and what else we have? Rumble. So all of those are highlighted on my link tree. If you never knew where it was, now you do. And yeah, there we go. So let's see here. I'm going to take that off, replace, and let's go ahead and get to the artwork, okay? That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm here to share with you. So, ladies and gents, I can't not really stress enough, but tell you how really excited I am to have this piece ready to go for the Odin in his next campaign of Unconditional Shove, I believe number 2. So it's going to be rather interesting to see how it goes. I just hope to have it ready in time. With a lot of these pieces and the stuff that I'm doing, it is practice also for my own work in the future. So I'm not sure. Well, let me check Twitter. Yeah, I don't know if they have a, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, mic check's good. Yeah, I can't tell whether they have any live comments, but I'm trying to keep tabs if there are. Anyone would like to say anything, share something, anything fun? Anybody seen Beverly Hills Cop? I heard about the first 25 minutes of what is it? Deadpool Wolverine or Deadpool 3. Haven't been seen by audience. I don't really want to know their feedback because I don't want my perception tainted by anyone else's yet. That's why, like, when they have multiple trailers of a movie, I don't want to see it. You know why? Because that might taint my perception of the movie before I even get a chance to see it. Some people will do that. So, got to be careful with that. Got to be careful. That's at least how I look at it. So yeah, well, I do have to kind of restructure some of the things I normally talk about because most of the stuff that I talk about is gone. You know, I may start up tomorrow, starting with solo leveling episodes, maybe 1 and 2, or maybe just episode 1, and get that started. Now, sure, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This sounds like quite the menacing piece. A couple days ago, I had a chance to watch Breathing Fire. I had recommended to some folks on stream when I was on the Art Factory. It's kind of like one of my go-to funny movies to watch. Well, it's a martial arts movie, not really a comedy, but it is pretty comical. You start having Michael Jackson martial arts in there. You start having Bolo Ying dressed up as a granny for a bank robbery and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious indeed. I saw on YouTube, there was a interview with Cynthia Rothrock and Scott Adkins. Um, Scott Adkins, best known for his role as Yuri Boyka, the most complete fighter in the world. Um, he interviewed Cynthia Rothrock because she had paved the way, by kicking butt. That's how she paved the way. Like literally kicking butt, you know, not just expecting a handout. And I think that's pretty cool. She earned her stripes. She earned all the accolades that you may hear or have heard of her. Because I even grew up watching her. Lady Dragon, a couple others. I think I can't remember. It was a sequel to a movie with and it said Hostile Takeover. But yeah, she had been in ton. I think like they said 66 movies altogether. That's a hell of an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? She's doing better than some ladies that are out there in theater today. So yeah, shout out to her, man. May have to watch that interview. It'd be cool to see, or at least hear some of the things that she went through. And I'm sure she had a great time throughout the process. Fight choreography that is a art. Facilitating the idea that the martial art is actually happening, even though it's in a performance theater type setting. I know, like some of Donnie Yen's stuff, some of his stuff look like they hitting each other for real, in some of those fights. So it says a lot. It says a lot, and it's something not everybody can do. So I will always have a respect for the martial arts, which is why, I've enjoyed um, Kangen Ashura, the Annihilation Tournament, because they really highlight many different types of martial arts that have been selected for corporate greed. Um, who else? Yeah, even how they highlight the wrestlers and the stuff they go through. It is something amazing. Work has been kicking my butt. Trying to maintain an appearance of perfection is not easy. Every day is a challenge. But I learn something new every day. And every day I get a chance to come home is a blessing. I get it. Some people have different fields of work. This one sounds pretty good. Epic. So right now we got about 2 people on X, Berserker Barrage, or Twitter, live right now, and we have hit or miss of like 1 or 2 people in and out on Rumble, Kick. We got 1 view, and Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is quiet. Maybe 1 viewer in there. And YouTube. Let's see here. Yep. So people already have, their areas that they already like. And that's great. I'm just trying something new. I'm chilling. I am chilling like a villain. Cool. Now, I don't always recommend this technique, as it may tax your computer. Here's one way to not have not have to make any corrections with any lines that you add in on the edges of your ink. This is a digital technique. I'm sure there's a method and a way to do this also for traditional, which it still takes a little bit of precision to stay between the lines. The lines are our friends. Remember that one? Remember that commercial? And you had the one girl that she was like, I'm gonna go all over the lines. And it was like a car commercial. Silly stuff, silly stuff. By the way, if you go on my YouTube channel, RWA Arts, I am a great appreciator of the 80s and retro content. So I actually have a playlist called Retro Classics. You can see Bravestar on there. You can see probably some stuff you've never seen before on there. So I would highly recommend that. I like to share some of the stuff I like, and maybe it may inspire other artists, just as I have been inspired by that golden age of the 80s and 90s content, whether anime or American, TV. Like, still to this day, how can you compete with The Lonely Man, the outro of the Incredible Hulk TV show? How can you? You can't. It is legendary beyond belief. It's crazy to think that Bill Bixby lived and died with that role. as they try to duplicate it, they still can't find the secret sauce. You know, it's like how Wesley Snipes is Blade. And they can't seem to reproduce it properly. Um, Bill Bixby, the way that TV show was designed, I mean, that was his character. Great soundtrack too for the '70s, I think. That's when it first aired. Big fan of The Lonely Man. And just trying to highlight some areas on here, not do too much with the whites. Just trying to bring out the hair out of the background. That's one way of subtly bringing certain items from the background to the foreground or making it stick out a little bit more by adding highlights. Highlights can be pretty useful. But once you start doing highlights, you gotta stay consistent with it or else it won't look good for the overall image. You've got to shift your highlights around depending on the angle of the object that you're going over. These are basic traditional art stuff. David Finch talks about it all the time on Procro, Proko. It's like an online course. He teaches like comic book fundamentals, which I, of course, have bought that course. Learned a great deal in perspective. Um, Sometimes when it comes to those kind of courses, which is why I was not too good at college, I would get the basics and just run with it. Be like, all right, guys, I'm out. I'll be back. Once taught a lesson, I just go run and put it to work immediately. And then from there, I may come back and say, oh, okay, that's the second half of the lesson. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to learning, sometimes for me, I'm a bit sporadic because I'm always looking to put the stuff into application immediately. Implied learning is one of my favorite ways of learning when it comes to art and just about everything. Shout out to Larry Hama. He's doing a great job with G.I. Joe. I do have a couple of the G.I. Joe books. He has taught me one thing from one time meeting him ever, and that's true inspiration that an artist would leave with a young upstart such as myself. Um, is that an artist has to study everything. Not every artist may tell you that, but the grandiose design of the artist and storyteller keeps the tradition going in every form of media possible. It may not be understood at the time, but later on, who knows? Who knows? Now, instead of smudging, I'm going to just, mildly erase some of the starting and ending points of these highlights. So that way it blends in a little bit better with it. And I don't want it to take over too much. That's the other kind of thing you want to account for. Make sure your highlights aren't too overbearing. And you'll get the eye for this over time. The more you do it, the more you see other people's artwork, see how it affects you and how appealing it is to you. And once you start to see that, you'll start to critique your own artwork. Like, people that critique artwork, it's good to listen to them. You may not like it. Hell, I know sometimes I don't like it, but over time I'll come around. Put aside my ego. But with that, you hear enough critiques, you should be able to start having those critiques in your own mind. Once you hear them enough, it's like, okay, does this look right? Because sometimes the critiques, they will be redundant. They will be the same thing, especially if you keep making the same mistakes as an artist. They're going to be redundant until you do change. And an artist's work is never done, so the change should always be constant. And if you're not sure what it is that you want to change, or you're not sure how to change it, look at other people's artwork. Like, for example, let's take a quick minute and pause. Let's see. How these highlights look. Brings it out a little bit more. It's not too crazy, but she's got a lot of hair. Right quick, let's go over to ArtStation. Hopefully they don't force me to log in. They make me log in like every time I try to go on the website. Yep, see, they got me. But with ArtStation, here's what I'll do. Excuse me. I just had some delicious chicken wings. Alright, so yeah. Well, ArtStation, I will go on here periodically and start looking at other artists' work. This is an amazing resource. You have reference material you can buy, photo references, all that kind of stuff. Is that it? That can't be it. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, you have constant work by all kinds of artists, 3D artists, 2D artists of all different types. You even got your comic book artists on here. I know I'm going to butcher his name, but Hikyu Lee, he does Marvel covers. I see his work on here. And this is kind of like my what's it called? Not Canva. I forgot the art alternative from Instagram that a lot of artists are going to now. But I've been dealing with this long before. And there's tons of references. The world should be an artist reference. This is one of the reasons why, my art constantly improves. I made some tremendous improvements in the past 2 years between the art courses I bought from How to Draw Comics.net, Ed Fochuk, Procro with David Finch, his tutorials, his walkthroughs. And there's no reason with all these references, Witchblade, always a fan, with all these references, there's no reason why any artist has any excuse to not improve their artwork. From simple sketches and so on and so forth. Hell, it's to the point now where you can create AI sketches and just ink over them just for practice. So that's one of the things I constantly share and harp on, because that's what worked for me. Know what I mean? All right. So that's just a little bit of what I've been working on with that. Constantly, trying to improve. So here's what I'm gonna do. Boy, have I got a deal for you. I am going to take a quick break. Please, I encourage everyone to take a break as well. When I come back, I'm gonna work on something else that maybe you may have seen and maybe you haven't. But art is the name of the game. All right, I'll be right back. Man, that Snipes be killing it. Shout out to Blade 2. Always a classic of mine. So yeah, we're about 44 minutes into the show. Um, I am going to wrap up this second half of this segment with some sketch work that I'm working on. I'm always working on multiple tasks. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch that over. All right. Let's see, what can I switch over for music? Hmm. Give me 1 second, I'm checking something. All right, no matter. Let's see what we got here. These are some twins that I had devised. Figured I'd, give them some style. Oh yeah, because I just gave him his utility belt. Oh no, it's a tangent. I think I'll move this over here a little bit more. Give him a little more shape for his shoulder and bicep. Again, welcome and thanks for joining me tonight on RWA Strictly Art Live, number 19. I think I may do this again on X. So that way I'm streaming from all 5 platforms to which I have the capabilities of doing. Why not maximize them, you know? If you enjoy my content, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. I think we can make this a little bit larger. Alright. I'm thinking paramilitary type of pants with boots. But I don't want to go right to it. I want to kind of see how it looks first before I add all that stuff in there. Have them kind of baggy. These twins are a type of what I call survivor class. So I don't have plans to 86 them. in this story. But they'll probably, whatever conflict they do face, they'll escape by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. Excuse me. Man, those wings were good. I don't get wings from a lot of places, but when I do, they gotta be right. Alright, these don't look too bad as far as pants. And then I'll go ahead and mask out the original legs, so that way I kind of see how they turn out. Yeah, not bad. I'm not like super excited for how it turns out. May change it later. Okay. Now I'll see what I'll probably fix later. Let's see where we at here. Hey, you didn't hear that? Knee pads, maybe. Twins are kind of like professional operators or contractors with augmentations. Doesn't look too bad. But I want to highlight the augmentations. I don't know, something like that. You know what? I think we're on to something here. Okay, we might be on to something. Is it the first ever? Probably not. But looks acceptable in my sight. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what I do. I create stuff on the fly. Uh, Sessions like these and Strictly Art Live will really put together some ideas, and things come together, you know? Things do come together. I'll go ahead and move this up a little bit more. I don't want to make the pants that baggy. You know what? Let's give them a little bit of fang. Why not? Now, I'm almost tempted with this look. I could almost call them genetic hybrid twins. Going into this concept of genetic hybrid, sometimes that's where gene splicing scientists do gene splicing. They combine human DNA with animal DNA to make them much more faster, effective killers and hunters. So, kind of playing around with that factor. The fangs may stay, or the fangs may go. This is a idea in progress, and we'll see. We'll see, because I want to make sure that these characters, these twins, are unique. You know, they're not resembling any other characters I've already been sitting on and waiting to share with you, the people. So yeah, I got a little more luck with this guy than I do with her. I'm still kind of working on her pose, but I just need to get it done. I'll adjust that foot later. I like the boots. In fact, let me go ahead and adjust that now, so that way it's not an issue. Although leaving notes for myself is extremely helpful, I don't want to have a bunch of notes to keep leaving for myself. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, he's using a digital art technique. It is what it is. Hey, I got a lot of stuff to do in a short amount of time to get it done. Alright, and I'm going to leave the way this looks. I like this boot design. So it almost has like a high-tech appearance. I'm going to leave that the way it is and forge like a high-tech boot design out of it, and mimic this over here as well. Because right now it looks like he's got one boot and one heavy wooden sandal, like those Akuma sandals. Ooh, yeah. You know, sauce. All right, so with her, um, the main thing I'm trying to figure out is whether I want her sleeves rolled up or if I want them to be shirt type. I think a shirt type might be a little more effective for me than the sleeves rolled up. I'll leave the sleeves rolled. I'll leave to the guy, the dude, and then yeah, I'll give her that cut, and then she'll have the gloves. Uh, Still kind of messing with the leg here. Not sure what I want to do with it entirely, but what was it? It was something I wanted to give her for that. But in the meantime, I'll add the augmentations as I did the brother. Brother! It's morbid time, brother. Hey, that's who they should have in Deadpool. Bring back Mobius and have him be like, it's morbid time against Deadpool. I feel like Deadpool could literally be just like an endless stream of clips and stuff from the internet. Literally. With no plot. And this is kind of how I do my process for characters. Just kind of feel them out. I don't like the one over the head. Nah. Avoid the eyes. Maybe. All right. Well, that's it for today's session, ladies and gents, or tonight's session, should I say. I am Rob Wilson. And I am signing off. I try to do another live stream again. I don't want to commit, but we shall see. We shall truly see. And yeah, as I've stated, for anyone watching, this is your first time seeing Strictly Art Live. This is episode number 19. We're almost at 20, and what a great chance it would be to have episode 20 this weekend. So if you like what you saw, you're interested in seeing more of my work, feel free to follow me at Linktree, my Linktree, which is linktr.ee/RWARTS. RW Arts. And you can follow all my stuff as I've shown earlier today, or earlier in the stream. And that's it. I gotta get used to the nightlife here. I like it, especially with the, anime shades. Too bad my teeth aren't so bright. They shine in the dark. That'd be great. I'd be like a straight on villain. Oh, got a little bit. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you watch a replay, thanks for watching a replay. And I'm Rob Wilson. I'm out.